And next, another auxiliary verb, must. This is a function of making the preceding verb more quote-unquote polite, showing due respect to the listener. So let me explain what is being polite in Japanese. The polite speech, which is ending sentence with the must or des, which I'm going to explain in another video. This must be used if you're talking to someone you've just met. Or if you're talking to someone who is or who might be older than you, except when they are like these people. And then and also if you're talking to someone in a higher position than you at work and stuff. Of course, there are more nuances to this, but at least I recommend you to be like on this side, on the side of using the polite speech, unless you're really sure, you're really confident that you don't have to in like this situation or that situation, and then you really want to not use that. And another kind of common misconception is that like if you are a good friend, if you become a close friend of someone, you no longer have to use polite speech. They're not, the concepts are actually pretty different. So like if you're in this position, you basically cannot stop using the polite speech almost forever, no matter how close you become. Yeah. Mm. So in other words, you can still be a very close friend of them even when you're using the polite speech, the quote unquote polite speech. Like you might wonder, why do we care so much? Like how are Japanese people so narrow-minded? Like it's not like we really want people around us to be respectful to us or anything. It's just how we speak, how we are supposed to speak. So like it's kind of default option. So like if you don't pick the default option, that's like kind of that can be weird or even rude in this case, because like default option is just being polite, showing respect. So if you choose not a non-default option, you're intentionally being, that means you're intentionally being not polite. So that's a problem. So I think it's more like maybe it's better to interpret these things as like the quote unquote polite speech is just normal speech, which you're supposed to use majority of the time. And no quote unquote normal speech is more like very casual speech. So yeah, for unless so when you're not really used to these things, I think it's better to be on this side, you know. So and then getting back to grammar thing. So how to use it is like 終わります, 遊びます, 勉強させます. It's pretty simple actually. Just must can follow any verb in the adverbial form, and these auxiliary verbs in adverbial form. And but conjugation is pretty irregular, so you need to memorize these things. Yeah. And here's a list of conjugation uses. So you can see there are kind of pretty many blanks because must is usually put at the last in the verb phrase, like 見られます is okay, but 見ませられる is not really used. You cannot use it like this. But there are other uses, so you can check it out from the document. And this is gonna be it for must. All right.